Hi, my name is Oliver Stevens. I'm an ITPA Master Tennis Performance Specialist, and I'm a PTR Master of Tennis in Performance and Development Coaching. Today, what I'd like to show you is a very simple 10-minute prehabilitation routine that you can use pretty much daily, and that will really prevent or decrease your chances of injury. And the three main injuries that we see in tennis are shoulder, hip, and core. Those are where the most injuries occur, in the lower back, hip pointer, scapula, these areas. So instead of rehabilitation, which is, coming back after injury, we're going to try and prevent those injuries happening in the first place. And this 10-minute routine that you can do 4 or 5 days a week will really help decrease your chances of injury. So I've got Jan here, who knows this routine pretty well with me, so we'll go through it quickly, but we'll do the whole routine. Jan, we're going to start off with monster walks. So I've got a resistance band here, a green resistance band, which is the light. We might go up to medium sometimes with a fully developed athlete, but Jan is 16 years old and he's still growing. So I'm going to err on using a lighter resistance band. So Jan is going to get into a squat position, and he's going to come from here to the other singles line and back. And we're going to do that 3 times. So just one at a time. Go ahead. So you can see he's staying low. Get a little bit lower, Jan. Okay. So this is really working his hips and his glutes. Good. Don't go too far with that step. Let's not break the band. Good, all the way to the end, then come back again. So this is one set. We're going to do this 3 times with about a 30-second break in between. Give his body a little bit of time to recover. Good, stay low. Get your butt down a little bit lower. That's it right there, good. 30 seconds break, Jan. Okay, go ahead, Jan, one more time. Nice and low, get a little bit lower this time and stay low. It should start to burn on the way back. That's it, keep your back straight, so have a good posture. Well done. So again, coaching cues right here. We wouldn't want his knee to get in front of his ankles. As you all know, that's very bad. And I want his back to be kind of flattened out. So really flatten out your back, Jan. Work on your posture. That's it. Poke your butt out a little bit. Good. And staying low. So again, this is not about speed. This is 100% about form. That's good. Take a little break. We'll do it one more time. So last time for Jan again. Flatten out that back. Get nice and low. Good. Well done, perfect. And that's a good pace as well. Don't want him going much slower than that. Really don't want him going too fast. Good stuff, back you come. If you could put your hands out maybe like this, that really helps the posture. All of a sudden, for some reason that flattens out his back when he does that, when he puts his hands out. Good stuff. You can go ahead and take away the band now. As you can see, Jan is very flexible. I'm going to stand on the line right here, just right here. Okay, face me. And what I want you to do is a single leg squat, 8 times on each leg. Okay, so face the camera maybe. Okay, right there. So a single leg squat. Yep, coming down. And up again, good. Slow, slow. Can you get a little bit lower? A little bit lower, good. So again, we don't want the knee going in front of the toe too much. Keeping the back straight, getting pretty low. Coming up again, good. 3 more. For tennis players, their opposite leg is always stronger. So for Jan, he's right-handed, his left leg will be stronger. Good, switch legs. And the reason for that is that's the leg he lands on every single time he serves. He lands on his left leg. It's almost like he does a single leg squat on his left leg 100, 200 times a day when he plays tennis. Good. Good balance exercise as well, this. Yeah. 4 more. You got it? Good. A little bit lower. Well done. One more time. I'll give him a little break now. I'm just going to do 2 sets of this on each leg. It's a little bit of a break. We'll take about 20 seconds. Give his body time to recover. And we'll go back to the left leg. Okay, ready? Left leg, the stronger leg. Good. 2, good, slow and low. So we're not going for speed here. We're going for form and technique. I don't want him going down and up very quickly. He'll be bound to lose his technique. Well done. You can see right here, his hips are completely aligned right here. Go, keep going. He's not kind of pushing his hip out in either direction, which is what we're looking for. We want all to stay level right here. Come on, you got it. 2 more. Keep it level, good. Well done, keep it level, 1 more. There you go. Switch. Yep. One more. Good stuff, yeah, and that's perfect. So that was a really good tempo right there. Again, it's a keyword I use with the athletes, especially the younger ones and the teenage boys and girls want to get through this really quickly. But I used the word tempo, you know, so maybe down for 3 and up for 3, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then up for 3. So keeping it nice and slow. So again, it's the last thing we want to do with these is rush. So that's the conclusion of Jan's hip prehabilitation part of the prehab routine. If you think about what prehabilitation actually means, prehabilitation really means strengthening. So we've done some exercises which we can do daily, which will strengthen this area. Now we're going to do some exercise which will strengthen his core, which is very simply planks, which most of us have seen before. So Jan's going to do 3 different kinds of planks. He's going to start off right here with his regular plank. So go ahead into a regular plank position. We're going to hold it for a minute, Jan. Okay? So Jan's getting down into his regular, and go ahead. 1 minute, good. As you all know from doing planks, we're looking for everything to be nice and flat and aligned right here. We don't want his butt coming up. We don't want a caving in of the lower back of the lumbar right here. We want everything to be very strong. Jan's very good at planks. So we're going to hold this for 1 minute right here. You're 20 seconds in right now. Focus on your breathing and try not to move from where you are right now. This is really strengthening not only his core, you know, and people think of core as the abdominal muscles and things like this, but the core is also the lumbar, you know, the muscles behind in the back, which is probably more important, to be honest with you. So he's strengthening his lower back muscles as well. 20 seconds left, Jan. Now what I want you to do in 15 seconds time is go straight into a side plank facing the camera. 10 seconds. Nice and steady, don't let yourself start moving. And turn it into a side plank. So now Jan goes straight into a side plank, and you see he's going to lift his hips up. So we've created this space right here, and we don't want to see that right hip. We don't want to see his bottom hip drop down. So that's his goal, is to keep that up, and that's strengthening right here. We're going to hold this for 45 seconds. So I do a minute of regular planks, and then 45 seconds on each side. Good. Nice and calm in the face as well, I like it. 15 seconds left, and then switch and face away from the camera. And go ahead and switch it. Switched around so he's facing the camera, there you go. So on the other side now, that's good. 45 seconds here, Jan. You feeling that yet? Huh? It's too strong. You know, obviously if Jan starts to find this incredibly easy, we could just increase the time that we're doing this, make it a little bit more difficult. Lift up one leg. There you go, hold it right there. Lift up your arm, point your arm up towards the sky. Now hold it there. So that, again, increases the difficulty. So once he becomes very advanced, which he is at this, he's got a very strong core, Jan can kind of hold this position. Now he's starting to feel it. You can see he's starting to shake. So we've broken him down a little bit, which is good. 10 more seconds, Jan. And then you can relax. Hold it there, hold it. And stop, well done. Good, up you get. So that's, again, it's just a daily routine. It's kind of simple. We don't have to do lots of crunches, but it's just something that Jan does every day, which he does. He's pretty good at, because very strong in the core, and he's going to reduce his chance of injuries. Last exercise I'd like Jan to do is Scapular retraction. Now, talking about the shoulder and the scapula, there are a lot of injuries that occur with tennis players in this area. Most of it comes from serving. And just from a tennis point of view, being very tennis specific, is what happens is that the athletes go into this position very nicely, and then they'll come here and have an unnatural movement of the shoulder instead of being in this position and then turning the core and using the legs to get into that position. So if you can see, Jan, if you come over here and kind of face that way and do what I just did, do it properly, okay? So he's taking a serve, and you see my hand stays flat. Bend your knees and turn your, so my hand stays flat there, which is good. Now, if you do it incorrectly, just kind of move your arm back. Now you see how my hand moves like that because he's just kind of come out of position right there, and he's going to get some scapular injury. So if you find some of your students are starting to get this, you can relax, starting to get this injury a lot in this area, it's probably because they're not using their legs or rotating enough on the serve. But again, we do some prehabilitation daily to prevent this happening in the first place. So Jan's going to come and do his scapular retraction exercise. So he's going to get into a push-up position. And I like to use push-up bars, especially for tennis players, because if you look at Jan's wrists right now, they're in a perfectly aligned position. Take away the push-up bars and just go into regular push-up position. Now look at Jan's wrists, completely disaligned. And for tennis players, sometimes have quite tight joints right here. It's not very good. So I use push-up bars a lot anytime I'm doing push-ups or this scapular retraction exercise with them. So Jan gets into this position, and all he's going to do is from this position, go ahead, Jan, is bring his shoulder blades together, and then come back again, and now bring his shoulder blades together. He's going to do that 10 times. That's 2, 3, and again, Jan is almost over flexible. He's at the range of, and I don't want any more flexible than he is, and he can get his shoulder blades to touch. I'm not saying you have to do that, but try and get your shoulder blades close together. You're going to do 10. How many is that, Jan? Is this 7? Yeah? 9? Okay, that's 10, so relax. We're going to do 2 sets of that. Now, other exercises that you can do instead of this is you can do external rotation with tubing. You can do some internal rotation as well, but more for the scapula is external rotation for tubing. We're not going to do that today. It's not part of the routine that we do. This is the extent of it. This is the last exercise. You feel good? Yeah. Okay, do it one more time. Last exercise, Jan. Go ahead, 1. Good, you see that nice scapular retraction right there. Good, well done. 3, a prehabilitation exercise. Well done. One of these. Good job. So that is a 10-minute prehabilitation routine that I would suggest you do 4 to 5 times a week. Again, we wouldn't do this cold. Jan did a dynamic warm-up beforehand. Okay, you can actually see he's actually sweating now. He was lightly sweating before he started. So he comes to it warm. So maybe at the end of practice or in the evening, but if you do it independently but without being on a tennis court, make sure you warm up properly beforehand before you do these strengthening exercises. But it will seriously decrease your chances of injury if you do this on a regular basis.